Hi guys and welcome back to another video on the wrestling review on Daniel. This is just a quick uh, video to actually discuss Ilja Dragunov, so he's from WWE, his contract is just expired and even we haven't seen Ilya Dragunov for a while, pretty much since he lost the US title. He's not really had too many matches in it. Kind of exposes a big problem with certain NXT talents as well. Um, you've only seen Dragunov in a handful of backstage segments. Triple H, did Triple H not really think he was up to much because he was having killer matches in NXT. They brought him up to the main roster, I think, at the right time. He got injured. He was on the shelf for a bit. Come back and he won the US title, but as soon as he lost that title, he's kinda he's kinda had an up and down sort of main roster career, and since he's been out of the US title picture, we haven't seen him. Now we haven't seen a lot from Jordan Grace. Um, we haven't seen a lot from Jordan Grace either since her title match defeat during the horrible run of Jade Cargill as well. So is that a case of WWE willing to let her contract run down? Thankfully, we're finally getting a Blake Monroe she's up against Julie tonight on SmackDown. I kinda thought, but, but it's next, but it does actually call into question, is it Triple H that's calling the shots, or is it TKO? Because Jordan Grace is on a pretty hefty contract, and from TNA, she's a world-renowned international star. You could say the same for Bill Monroe as well. She's really suited for promotions like AEW, Stardom, or any of Pakistan, etc. But yeah, so she'd be on a pretty big contract as well. They haven't really done much with Ricky Saints either, but at least he's had more TV time in the past months than Dragunov has. But it does actually leave me questioning, is it Ari Emanuel that's called in the shots for some of these talent careers, or is it still Triple H? Because again, it's been a few months since we've seen either Dragunov or Jordan Grace in any kind of substantial role on the show. If Jordan Grace is still around in the company, I'd be very surprised. I have heard the reports that she's unhappy about not being used. They brought back Santos Escobar for the Triple show, and apart from a couple of segments in the first couple of weeks, he's been back within the fold. They haven't really used him for Triple A either. They did the same with Braun Strowman eventually as well, and like this is actually becoming a bit of a ongoing saga. Now, Raw and SmackDown have improved admittedly a bit the past couple of weeks since SummerSlam, but it does beg the question, what is the point in calling up certain talent if there's no power and being um discussed for them? To be honest, it's just a waste of time. I think Dragunov would be more suited to the New Japan style, to be quite honest with you. Um, but yeah, again, again, you must have a plan for these talent to be called up because what is Jordan Gray is actually doing? Is she in the back with Santos Escobar, Kiana James, the Creed brothers, who else have we not really seen? We haven't really seen Kia and James a lot. Well, apart from the main event match, which was quite good to have Julia, that was a rematch. But again, guys, NXT's supposed to be developmental, right? So again, that's to establish character and establish a presence so that they can get called up to the main roster and be easier to be plugged into storylines, etc. So as so as Emmanuel not paying attention to NXT because you could maybe run back the Jordan Grace Bill Aikman Monroe feud, but obviously you're not only have the same creative freedom with the diamonds being used in hardcore matches and shit like that. Because NXT is a more adult orientated product, whereas the main roster stuff is kind of still geared towards family. He's despite the disco Austin for a iced tea, he'll watch a urgent for tickets, but right away you're seeing a suggestion being put out there. Thankfully, Bill Lakeman and the role get some match tonight up against an old Dharma rival and Julia. Yeah, but since Julia lost the United States Women's Championship um, to to Tiffany Stratton, she's not really done a hell of a lot either, and she's talented. It's like, who is calling the shots for some of these talents? As I've said, the only real feud that she's had, if you want to call it that, because it was only two matches. It was against Yana James, who they should be doing a lot more with, because her performance in the Elimination Chamber early, her this year was pretty good. They had the SmackDown match, the Julia on the main event match. The main event is a C show, so it shouldn't really be called main event, but that's by the by. Aye, that's taped the night before SmackDown, or it before um SmackDown. I can't remember which, but yeah, um, this has been I'm in a major project of film eyes, and it's one that's existed and since NXT is created, but it's been back into forth again. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments section, guys. Do you think WWE should be more um should be more so active in who they bring up, or do you think they should map out more? And I here in advance, let me know in the comments section for these NXT talents, and I'll see you when the next one. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in the channel for another video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. Hit the bell, share the video, and yeah, I'll see you all for another video. Probably I'm gonna break down the Billy Aikman Rojo match, as it's Billy Aikman Rose for us main roster match tonight. Thankfully, she's getting a main roster match finally. And Julie is pretty good in her own right, but we'll see what comes from it, guys. But yeah, Ilja Dragunov released um because his contract's expired. But yeah, this actually he holds the key to a bigger problem. So see you soon. Thanks for watching and stay safe and enjoy Smack the if you are watching. Um, I'm going back to watching the JCW and I say from this morning they did a live episode at the gathering and the juggalo was so yeah, that's what I've been watching. And of course, all the chat underground starts back soon. They'll be releasing 3 episodes a week. So for all you chat underground fans, you'll have 3 episodes a week of that show. Not really sure what they can do because most of their roster have moved to some of the bigger promotions. But yeah, that's for another video, guys. But remember to like, share, subscribe, and as I've said, and I'll see you all in the next video.